today I'm making a video of the Jacquemus purse. It's a tiny little purse that is so beautiful and so trendy. So many celebrities have worn it, and when I saw it I was like, oh my god, I need that purse. And then when I went to search for it and I saw a price, I was like, what? I can make that, girl. So I made you this DIY so you can also make it and you don't have to spend money, and you can be on trend and in a budget. By the way guys, did you listen to that song on my intro? That was my best friend Natty, and she sings amazing. I literally even fell on the subway. I almost ruined an escalator, an electric escalator on the subway, if it wasn't for my boyfriend. This is the blooper. By the way, on my next video, I'm going to give this on a giveaway. So stay tuned so you can participate. Anyways, for the thing that we are all here, and is to announce the giveaway winner of the hair clip with your name on it. So the winner is... Congratulations, I'm extremely happy that you won. You're going to have a beautiful hair clip. So yeah, you have to contact me on Instagram and you have 1 week. If not, I'm going to select another winner. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell to get a notification when I do a new video. Give a huge thumbs up and comment down below from my Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat. Now let's start!
We're going to start by doing the pattern. The first thing we're going to do is draw 4 inches and 3/4, and for length 4 inches. We're going to remove 3/8 of both edges, and then we're going to join the lines like this. Then we're going to cut two leathers and 2 vinyl. Using the 4 inches length, we're going to draw beside it 2.5 inches width, and this is going to be the side of your purse. Now we're going to remove 1/2 inch of both edges like this, and here we're going to remove 1/2 inch. Draw here 1/4, and we're going to cut two leathers and 2 vinyl. Now we're going to draw a rectangle that measures 4 inches and 1/4 of width and 2.5 inches of length. Now we're going to cut all our patterns. Now we're going to trace this pattern. This is the body. Now we're going to measure the 1/2 and 1/2. Now we're going to trace the top of the side pattern like this. And now we're going to add 3/4 in this area. And we cut it off. This is how it will look on top of the purse. This is the part that closes and opens. We're going to cut one leather, 1 vinyl. This is how our patterns will look. This is the body, this is the top, this is the side, and this is the bottom. And this is how it's going to look. Now we're going to cut this part of the purse. Draw 1/2 inch line and then make it diagonal like this and cut it. Get your leather, trace all your patterns. Cut it with a leather scissor, and this is how it's going to look. Now get your vinyl, get your patterns, trace them and cut them. Get a card, trace it on your vinyl on the back, and then add 1/4 and cut it. And this is how it's going to look, and this will be the little pocket. This is shelf liners, and we're going to use it as a bone for our purse. We're tracing here the body. And now we're reducing 1/4 of the complete edges like this, and then we're going to cut it off. Now we're going to trace the top. Mark these lines and now cut these parts. You can throw these parts away because we're not going to use it. And now cut the 1/2, and now we're going to reduce 1/4 of all the edges. Do the same at the bottom, and this is how it's going to look. This is the bone of the purse. If you want, you can mark where they will be going when you glue them. Get your vinyl, put it on the back, the little pockets, and trace it. Now paint the edges. Get your glue. Glue the bone on the back of the body. Now glue the bone on this area on the top. Now we're going to get the bottom, and we're going to glue the vinyl and the leather together, and it will look like this. Now get these hardware pieces and we're going to cut 3 inches length and 1/2 inch width. Cut it, put the hoop inside and glue them. This is where it's going to be located. Now paint the edges. This is a cutting board but bigger, and you will also need these tools. Now we're going to use these tools with a hammer to make the holes, and this is how you make holes so the thread can go inside. The top of this pocket, you will not do it the both together, you will do it apart. Now get your needles, and this thread is wax thread. Now we're going to get the exact measurements that we're going to use of the wax thread. What we're going to do is measure every side 2 times. And now we're going to sew it. This is how I sew it. It's really easy. When you're finished, the top part, we're not going to sew them together. We're going to sew it like this. And now we're going to go back again, but filling the little spaces that have no thread. And this is how it's going to look at the end. Now we're going to make a knot and cut it. And that's it. Now we're going to glue it to the body. And that's it. Now we're going to make holes in this area. Use the one piece if needed. This is how we're going to mark where you're going to need your holes in the other part. And then sew it. When you finish, glue it together with your vinyl. And paint the edges. Now we're going to use this. We're going to measure the half, and now we're going to trace the little legs, and then we're going to make the holes. We put the little piece, and then this is how we're going to put it. I put the measuring tape so I don't ruin the hardware piece with a scratch. And this is how it's going to look. Now we're going to trace half of the bottom parts of the top, like this. Then we're going to get rid of 1/2 inch on both edges. Now draw this part like this. And mark 1.5 inch. Now measure the length. If you don't like it, make it shorter. And this is the end result of the pattern. Now trace it on your leather and cut it. And paint the edges. Get glue stick, and this will be inside. This is like the other bone. Cut the edges of the glue stick like this, and now make holes. And for this area, we're going to use the one. Measure how many thread you will need and then sew it. And this is how it will look. Make holes. Now make holes of this side using this piece as reference so they can match. Also in this area you will need to use it as reference, and in the bottom. This is like a puzzle. Make holes here, here, and here. And now you're going to make it on the other side. Paint this part and sew your handles. Now we're going to trace the holes of our handles like this. You can see the little marks. Now we're going to go and make the holes and sew the handles, and that's it. Now we're going to glue our vinyl. Add this bone to this part and then glue it together. Paint the edges and put this part here. Now mark it like this. Make the holes. Put the hardware piece like this. And now glue the vinyl on the back. Make holes. And now we're going to sew it like this, and then we're going to go back, sewing everything together. Now we're going to sew the side like this. And now we're going to sew this area. Start here and then go back again and then end here. And that's it. Now we're going to add the little letters. We're going to add a little piece of glue and start putting them backwards. And that's literally it, and it looks amazing. I love how this purse turned out, and the inside it's also equally beautiful as the outside.
I found a message from my best friend hidden in your phone. It said she missed your touch. Why, thanks so much. I guess I should have known.
Well, that is about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give a huge thumbs up, and comment down below for my Instagram, Twitter, my Snapchat. See you later. So goodbye. Bye.
Yeah, fabs.creations. She a DIY sensation. All across the nation. You know she got the